the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. A fairly short kick from the 14, and he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Bengals had 5 and 6 to start play. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
23 yards, the final tally. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, here's Mixon. And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Looking up here with Trent Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Mixon.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
11 mighty.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now, these two teams, the Bengals and Chiefs, they met twice a year ago, and it was the young Bengals prevailing both times. The first, Week 17 in Cincinnati. The Bengals coming through in overtime 34-31. And then, of course, the AFC title game, the big one. The Chiefs up 21-3 at one point. The Bengals charge back. They win it 27-24 and punch their ticket to Super Bowl 56.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Back deep, Trent Taylor. This will be fielded at the 17. 51 yards on the punt there.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
11.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Cheetah with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
First throw now for the backup Allen. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Allen going to throw.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something to be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy. And
looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it up.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
And he will be brought down, but a first and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50 as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15th. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
On the return, it's Taylor.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on...
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
This is Mixon on the draw. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Hey, Ridley. Hey, 43, 15.
And again, it's Mahomes.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Second down and goal. Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. For the start of the third quarter, the Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Chiefs 42, Bengals 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. To throw, it's Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away from the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen now looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice intercept.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first down.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the gun again to Mixon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Allen. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now it's Mahomes again.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Travis Kelce from 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Hardman on the return.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we...
And this is going to be intercepted. Dancing away at the 35. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. There's a nice move.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Allen. To Mixon on the check down.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But yeah,
he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Mecole Hardman,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Allen's throw here on target to Hurst.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now Allen again, out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught, it's Boyd. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point, where we're at in the 4th quarter, with how wide this advantage is, for this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go, guys.
And they take a knee. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. And they will take a knee here. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Here's a run with Mixon, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Yeah, he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your confidence. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest.